Hi, my name's Kent. I'm the creative specialist on the Google Web Designer team, and I'd like to demonstrate video templates. Video templates are starter files used to create your own video ads. Find them under File, New from Template. Then select the Video tab. If it looks empty, click this little arrow. Here we see a bunch of templates separated apart by size and duration, which are fields you can use to filter this list in the side panel. For example, these are templates available only in one size, 1080p. All the rest are multi-size docs customized for 3 high-def sizes, and you can always add more. For all these templates, you can get a quick idea of the content just hovering over the thumbnail, and you'll see the creative play through completely in a continuous loop with audio muted. For any template, click Select, and you'll see the side panel where you can preview the template in more detail. The video starts playing immediately in the preview overlay. Hover for the usual controls like playback, volume, full screen, and more. If the template has multiple sizes or variants, you can navigate them with these little arrows. Here's the tall version, square, and the same 3 sizes for the next variant, which in this case has Christmas colors. Click anywhere off the video to close the preview. Regarding the templates themselves and which one to use, you might decide based on your assets. For example, if you don't have any video content, then the first one and last 6 templates only require images, so you'll be creating a video ad from your static images. For all the rest, you'll need your own videos to get started, and if your video file already includes a logo animation, then you could pick one of these without the words "and logo," since they don't require a separate logo image. All templates include some text, but these 2 called pan and zoom are pretty minimal. Let's see how I'd work with one. Just select it, give it a name, and click Create. I've got a logo, 3 images, and 2 lines of text. First, I'll drag my new images into the library panel. I'll note these are pretty huge, like 2,000 or 3,000 pixels, because I'm rendering HD video, but you could always reduce the creative size first if you're making a smaller ad. Move the playhead to the beginning where I see the logo. Select it in the timeline, which highlights the element in the outliner panel, where I can right-click to select Swap Image, and select my new image from the library since I just added them all. Advance to the first photo, and to make this easier to see, I'll click the stage mask icon, which hides everything outside of the stage area and gives me a better idea of the finished video. Then repeat the process, basically going through the entire file to update all the images to my own content. I can just go right up the line here onto the next image and repeat. Using the outliner panel like this saves me the time of locking and unlocking timeline layers so I could access that swap feature on stage. And for my last image, another way to change it is by using the Properties panel. Click the image source icon and select the new image. Next, I have a couple lines of text here. I don't need them both, so I'll just delete one. Then use the text tool to select and change this to my own tagline. And one last thing, since this is a video ad, I'll add my own soundtrack. Move the playhead to the beginning, select the audio track, and drag an audio file onto the stage. Now let's play the whole thing. I see all content updated to my own brand, and that didn't take very long at all. Now let's look at a template with video assets and responsive sizes. This one is typical of the templates named with multi-size. It's very simple. I have video, audio, headline text, and a closing text message. To change the video, I use the same method from the last example, but because this is a multi-size layout, I first need to make sure I have Edit Based Document selected in the responsive panel. Then select the video clip in the timeline and click the source icon in the Properties panel, then Browse. In this case, I haven't added the file to my library yet, so I'll select it directly from my computer. Even though it's a longer clip, it's automatically trimmed to the 6 seconds of this template. If I wanted to change the clip portion shown, I just use the regular editing tools, changing in and out points to get the right part appearing in my video clip. In this case, I want the clip to end just before the closing lockup with text and logo. In the responsive panel, I see 2 additional sizes, so I'll check each one. I'll just scrub through quickly to make sure my video content is staying in the viewport, since this design crops the video pretty aggressively to fill the screen. If you have problems, you could always reposition the video for any one size or completely remove a size you don't want. Now the rest, adding my own text and audio, is the same as before, so I won't show it again. But I do want to show one more way to edit these with one last example using the Dynamic Variants panel to update a template. The last template, Showcase a Product or Brand, has dynamic bindings and variants. It contains no video content, just like the first example, just text and images. The Dynamic Bindings panel shows all these properties can be changed, and the Variants tab has a Verado variant, which is blue, and a car brand, and the default variant is orange and a cosmetics brand. I could update this file just like before by changing the content seen on stage, but another way is with the Dynamic panel, where I'd first create a new variant with this icon, then click the pencil icon for editing, and paste my new content into this panel, which can be pretty convenient because it's all in one place. For example, my new brand color is green, and it's easy to go right down the list here, updating them all. Next is the logo. I need both color and monochrome versions, so I'll browse to those assets and replace them. I just continue updating all fields in this panel. They're all editable, and the grayed out items represent default values. I'll just quickly check my progress, where I see my new logo being applied to multiple instances, and my brand color is correctly tinting the product images, which in this case are still the original assets that I'll be updating next, along with the text content all within the Variants panel. But I'll stop here because the rest is easy, though I want to mention one final feature. When you're done working on your video file, you can save it as your own custom video template. Here's a simple video file I've created with multiple sizes and variants. Under File, see Save as Template. All sizes and variants will be included, but this optional checkbox will also add them all to the gallery preview. I'll leave it selected, give it a name, and save. All previews are being rendered, and if you have heavier files, then that's when you might uncheck that box to save time, in which case you'll still get a single preview of the default variant at the largest size. Now the next time I choose New from Template, under the My Templates tab, I see the one I just created. I get the hover preview, and the larger preview includes all sizes and variants that I can navigate through just like the built-in templates. That's it for video templates in Google Web Designer. Thanks for watching.